But indeed, we're going to be talking about how you can maintain a bright smile. And Dr. Oluwatobi is with me. Good evening. Glad to have you here on the Safe Cruise.
Good evening, and thank you for having me.
Yes, I was talking about how it is. Sometimes we're not conscious about what we do with our teeth. It's either we're chewing on ice, we are drinking so much soda, doing everything, but we always want to have a bright smile. We only think, oh, okay, they say we should brush in the morning, and we think that's about it. That's all we need to do. We're good to go. So let's talk about how we need to maintain a healthy oral hygiene this evening and how it definitely impacts our overall health. So with that, I think that's where I want to even start from. How does our oral health impact our overall health? Does it in any way impact it, or are we just overthinking things?
Yes, it does impact our overall health. Even though we tend to overlook it, and I would say we like to eat our cake and have it. Just like you said, we want to eat whatever it is we like and do whatever we like and still expect to have that radiant and beautiful smile. Well, maybe some people luckily get away with it, but it doesn't happen like that in majority of people. So when we talk about oral health, we're talking about taking care of our mouth and everything inside the oral cavity, since we all know what the oral cavity is. And I'd like to remind us that just like they say, eyes are the windows to the soul. I don't know if I got that right.
You are right.
The mouth is like the portal to the whole body, exactly, majorly. So most of the things that go into the body, apart from through the skin or maybe air through the nose, most of that things go through the mouth, especially food and liquids. Right. So whatever affects the mouth may end up affecting the whole body because the food you put in, the water you take in. So imagine having something at the tip of a pipe, and that pipe has to take fluid or whatever it is into a system. So it means whatever you're pushing, no matter how clean it is, by the time it passes through the dirty pipe, it takes with it the dirt and the germs as it goes in. So exactly, straight inside. So you don't have to be poisoned. You don't even have to be. You don't have to eat anything poisonous for you to harm yourself if you keep poor oral hygiene. Another thing is, apart from the dirt it takes in, some of these microorganisms, bacteria and the rest, can eventually find their way into the bloodstream and into the system, and they could cause fatal. They could be very, very fatal. They can affect the cardiovascular system, amongst other systems. And at the end of the day, you're left wondering where these things must have come from or where it must have started from, not knowing that it's just through this small portal called the oral cavity. And besides the health effects, there is also the psychological effects. Imagine someone with brown dentition because of poor oral hygiene, or maybe some people with maybe bad breath or some other things. It's a big deal for them to speak up in public or to even smile. Talking about that radiant smile you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, I know, right?
And it's something that has to do with their self-esteem and some other things. So it's got both health, mental, and psychological issues as small as we think the mouth or the oral cavity is.
All right. That is absolutely great to know. You know, not a lot of people would have actually taken this to heart, that their mouth can actually cause them, or, things they put in their mouth could be detrimental to their health. They just think, it's not just food. Let me just eat it. It's not causing any major harm to me. I'm enjoying my life. Right. And sadly, you could just be causing more problem for yourself.
To add to what you just said, in this part of the world, we believe one of the signs that you have made it or you have arrived is eating whatever it is you like.
You know this.
Whenever you like. uh, you have your bowl full filled with different things, and you can eat at any time.
The orishi of life.
Let me spend it. You understand? You understand? And that's at least everything has its own repercussions to when done in excess. Right. I think that's just a summary of it.
Okay, but now that you're even talking about this, right? What are the signs of poor oral health?
Yes, so I'll just go over it briefly.
Okay.
Like I mentioned earlier, poor oral health would give you a bad look. Imagine someone with bad breath, like I mentioned. We call it halitosis.
Halitosis, yeah.
It's usually an indicator of bacterial buildup or some other things decaying in the mouth. Poor oral hygiene can leave you with plaques. There's something the dentists call plaques. It just congeal there in those crevices and in those places. And like I said earlier, they are harboring different microorganisms too, maybe not just bacteria alone. It's a mixture of dirt and some microorganisms that can eventually break off and go into the system to cause further damage. We have what we call gingivitis, can call it gum inflammation. So when the dirt and these microorganisms find their way into the spaces between the teeth or the gum, they cause inflammation. There is some people with red swollen gums. Some people have, I think some people call it hot gums. They can't really place anything on it because of those infections. So naturally, some people have sensitive gums, but then majorly poor oral hygiene would expose you or predispose you more to gum inflammation than any other reason. For some people, it's swollen. For some, it's bleeding gums. And these are just common signs of poor oral hygiene. Tooth sensitivity, like I mentioned earlier, could be an indicator of poor oral hygiene. I already mentioned plaque and tartar buildup, tooth discoloration. We know that for a lot of people, stained or discolored teeth can be from poor oral hygiene. So these are just a few of the common signs that something needs to be done inside that space.
And talking about that, I don't know. Do I want to put it as diet? Because aside soda, some have said that taking caffeinated products, coffee and the likes also contributes to how one's oral hygiene or diets could be affected. How true is that?
Yes, so based on research and some clinical findings, there are some food items or food types that may predispose you more to this plaque or bacterial or microorganism buildup. So in itself, the food itself may not actually be the problem, but because they can predispose you to those things, that's why we are being cautioned with them. So will I say cake is bad? Well, maybe not. You can take cake. Honey, yes, you can. But sugary food items are basic prerequisites for bacterial buildup. That's like what they feed on. That's like what helps them to survive. Right. So once they see those debris or those remnants that are hiding in those corners, it's easy for them to just hide there and start building up some muscles around there, work out with it, and then by the time they are ready to show themselves, that's when you know they are there. So initially you may not even know, you may just keep enjoying yourself. Right. So like I said, food items in themselves may not actually be the problem,
right?
But how we consume them and what we do afterwards is what matters a lot. So yeah, sugary food items, some acidic foods, fruits, even coffee, like you mentioned, beer, soda, sticky food items too, milk, and some of these other things that can just be a breeding ground for these microorganisms, or some food items that can stick to some corners in the mouth. Those food items should be taken note of.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Toby, for giving insights on that. It's been a struggle for some, and even when you think about it and how it is that they're trying to do certain things, eat certain things, like you say, hey, we live our life, so we have to make sure that extra things you not deprive us of the joys No, we have to enjoy
as
these
we usually
things.
call it.
But
just funny, that's how we classify enjoyment in this part of the world.
sadly, that shouldn't be the case. But I want to know, what are the habits that we need to adopt going forward so we have, better oral health?
So like I said earlier, the food items in moderation may not be my issue, but then how we go about our daily activities as regarding the oral cavity. So the general ones, as if they keep telling us, is make sure you brush twice a day at least.
Some people only brush once a day.
Most people brush once a day. Maybe because some people feel the second one is not necessary, or some people feel too tired, they just eat and sleep.
Okay.
Especially in this part of Nigeria, in Lagos, you're coming back late at night, and some people even sleep off where they eat. So for those people, it may be limited to just once a day. But the major reason we advise to do twice a day would be you do the one in the morning, helps clean out your mouth, helps with your breath, fresh breath and all. When you come back in the evening and you're done eating, it's advised you still brush your teeth, just so whatever debris or whatever may be hiding in any corner will be washed off. And it doesn't have time to be inoculated overnight, you get, before you wake up the following morning. And that's just part of the major reasons we asked to do that twice daily. Another thing some people do that helps them is they have
Right.
mouthwash. That they just use to wash out whatever it is. Sometimes some dentists will tell you brush up, down, and you notice that a lot of people just brush sideways and all that. But then different strokes. So the reason they advise up, down is just so the strands, if I can borrow that word, of the toothbrush can go in between the spaces and pull out whatever it is there. But let's say by chance you still have something stuck there. Using the mouthwash can also help. By the time you gargle with it, it should get to almost every corner. It's liquid. You gargle with it. They advise that twice a day. Another thing they advise us to do sometimes, especially for maybe people that don't have access to the mouthwash, you can do salt with warm water. Yes, salt with warm water also helps.
Accessible for everyone. You don't have money to get a mouthwash. You have natural one that you can make on your own.
Exactly, natural mouthwash. And that even also helps with people with sensitive gums, so it helps them keep it on the low. After eating, some people do flossing just to remove the things that may be stuck within their exactly. And all these things are just to make sure that we keep it's just like you finish your hard work, you're sweaty and all, you go for a wash.
Right.
That doesn't mean the following morning when you wake up you still won't have your bath. So it's just the same way we take care of our skin or our body generally, we should take care of the oral cavity. And then the same way we would advise routine checkup with your doctor, maybe twice a year or at least periodically. We would advise you visit your dentist too. They do the checks. If everything is fine, you're good to go, you go home. But if they find something, they let you know what to fix. But the culture we have there in this environment is, if there's no problem, if it's not disturbing me, you don't have any business with the clinic. So you see people ending up having to remove their dentition because by the time they got there, it could not be salvaged. And then you see some people, they fix some prosthetics, or some just leave it open like that. But then regular visit or periodic visit to the dentist would also help. And like we said earlier, eat healthy diets and make sure you take care of your oral cavity.
Very well said. Thank you so much for all that insight. Yeah, there are a few things that I know that I'll be working on going forward. Yeah, I'm guilty of.
You have a sweet tooth.
Oh my goodness, you don't want to know.
Okay, I will just online then. Oh, your secret is safe with us.
Okay. So I know now that when I'm visiting the dentist, or visiting to check on what is happening in my mouth, I will go making sure that I have done my own homework as well.
Exactly. And don't worry, if you don't do your homework, you have different
okay. Ooh, seem to be losing you right
options
now.
for health packages. You can buy HMO plan, and then you can always use your coverage.
All right.
That would come in handy. But we always preach.
I didn't get that. You always preach?
I said we preach prevention as
opposed
better
to
than
cure.
having to go for treatments. But then for every case, you have a health insurance option available to you.
Yeah.
In times like that.
All right.
And that's why we're here in Mansard.
All right. Thank you so much for all that insight this evening. And it's definitely been an interesting session talking about our mouth and all the things that we need to do right. I trust you have yourself a pleasant evening as well.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. Lagos, it's been an interesting conversation as always. But to learn more about the AXA health plan, what you can do is visit their website at www.axamansard.com or call toll-free 0700 AXA Mansard. Social media platforms are also available for you to connect with them on. That is on Facebook, Twitter or X, and LinkedIn at AXA Mansard. However, on Instagram, it is at AXA Mansard _, and that way you get to get all the insight that you need. As always, please keep taking care of your health. It is your, passport to living.
AXA Mansard Safe Cruise. Brought to you by AXA Mansard Insurance PLC. AXA, know you can.